Welcome. In this video, I'm going to show you how to find the domain and range based on graphs. And you're given two graphs below. We're given the graph of f of x equals x divided by x minus 1. And we're given the graph of g of x equals x squared. Now the domain runs along the x-axis, that is the independent variables. And what we're seeing with domain is, imagine we squished this graph down. So imagine you got your hand and you pushed this graph down from here and up from here. So it just ran along the axis. That means for this one, we'd be running along the axis, and we'd get really close to 1 but never hit it. So that would be open here. And the same thing, if you go ahead and push this all the way down, it looks like it's getting really close to the x-axis, to the 1, but it's not. So it would be running along there. And that should remind you of our number lines that we've done. So in this case, the domain only excludes the number 1. So we can write this a couple ways. We can write this as negative infinity 1, union symbol, not the letter U, this is the union symbol, and then 1 to infinity. You know, I'm just going to cross out range and write it down below so I have more space for domain. This may be fixed in your notes, I don't remember. Or you can write this using set builder notation, which is the set of x in the real numbers. And let's actually make a little more space for notation. U, this is union, not the letter U. This basically means you're gluing together the two things that are on each side. And then whenever you see this symbol, that means inside. So if you're inside your house, you could write a little stick figure, put in, and then draw a house. So this means I am inside my house. I think that looks like a house. Anyways, to avoid confusion, I'll erase it. Keep it if it helps. So now writing in set builder notation, we would write the set of x such that x does not equal 1. Now what about the range? Let's go along the vertical axis. So for the range, you imagine pushing everything towards the middle. So pushing everything towards the middle. See that? Push it towards the middle. We keep going, we cross 0, and then look, oh my goodness, right here. This value is not included there. So let's keep going. So our range is really similar in that it's negative infinity to 1, union 1 to infinity. And then we can write that in the same way. Now let's go ahead and look at this one for our domain. And now I'm not going to highlight it anymore. We push everything down towards the x-axis, which means it would color the entire x-axis. So our domain is just infinity. Oh, excuse me, infinity to infinity. You can also say all real numbers. You can also say R. Now the range, if we were to push this in towards the y-axis, we would start from 0 and go all the way up. There's nothing here. So our range is from 0 to infinity. The 0 is included. In set builder notation, we would write the set of x in the real numbers such that x is greater than or equal to 0. I hope you learned something from this video or helped solidify a concept. Please keep calm and math on.